D3 athletics, though, it's something that I feel like not a lot of people know a ton about. I remember we did an interview with this guy, Brandon Zylstra. He used to play for the Panthers, and he went to a D3, and he said that when he on his track and field team, that the college made the students pay for their own like uniforms, and it was just like this really gritty, like nobody had a ton of money. Like, did you ever
Mhm.
encounter anything like that at your D3? Like, what were the not so glamorous parts about D3 college athletics?
Yeah, so I mean, we were given a practice shirt, shorts, hat, pants, jerseys. We were given those things, but then when it came to other gear, sweatshirts, stuff like that, I mean, we had to buy them ourselves. We had a team store that we had to buy. We had a glove deal with Rawlings, but those were always we had fundraisers every year. So it was like we were raising the money to buy the gloves. We didn't actually just get given them. We did a ton of fundraisers. Now they're doing like golf outings, which I wish we would have done back then. But we did trivia nights. We did a thing called the 100 inning game where we split into 4 teams and we would play 100 innings of baseball for, I mean, it would last from 12 in the afternoon to 12 at night. Like it's just nonstop playing baseball. Um, and yeah, and that was what we did to raise money. And it was like, we give a little form to people and they'd be like, oh, we'll donate $1 an inning or something. And that was how we were able to make our money to buy our equipment, like bats, gloves, sweatshirt, you name it. That was how we had to get our own stuff. It
What
That's
was,
so
I mean,
long.
it wasn't bad. Like I enjoyed the 100 inning game because I actually got to bat. Like it was off a pitching machine, so it wasn't like pitchers weren't throwing the whole time.
Oh, okay.
It's off a pitching machine, and so like pitchers got to hit and everything. So that was like I enjoyed the 100 inning game because I actually got to hit and I played shortstop, third base, you name it. I was playing everywhere.
Brian, what was the D1 baseball experience like compared to what he was talking about?
Yeah, I didn't pay for anything.
Must have been nice.
I mean, I paid. We don't. There's not too many full scholarships in Division One baseball, though. So I was paying for school, which I'm sure Josh was too. But yeah, in terms of the equipment and things like that, yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I paid for. And
Mm-hmm.
since I played multiple positions, they gave me multiple gloves too, so I had that going for me. But
Yep.
I'm just, Josh is Josh was more of a grinder in college than I was. I'll give him that.
And
Better
Brian,
believe it.
we put this video up of I found a picture of you at Rutgers. You had this cool camo arm sleeve, so you're just swagged out the entire time. You had a shooting sleeve on.
Yeah, you got everything, man.
Yeah, that was good old Rutgers. That feels like it was a lifetime ago. But they're Big Ten, they're big time now, man. They're Adidas, huge Adidas team now. We had some rough jerseys to start my college career. I will say, if it makes you feel any better, my freshman year, our workout stuff for like the gym was the worst pair of shorts from like 1982 you could ever imagine. And the shirt was like it was made out of like wool. It was fucking like
Oh,
8 pounds. It was just gray. Like
sweating
it
in that
just,
thing had to have been miserable.
I don't even know what brand it was. It wasn't like, Nike or like anything like that. It was just like the heaviest, dumpiest shirt you could
Had
ever
to have been like
want.
an old like starter brand.
Yep.
Dude, my coach, rest his soul, great man, but he wore the same starter jacket from, I mean, he was in his 70s when I was there. So he, like, I'm not kidding, that jacket had to be from probably 1980 something. He was there for 30 something years. So yeah, that was kind of the attitude there too. So I didn't have it, I wasn't at the top of the totem pole there either in
Yeah.
Division One, but
Did
it was
you have
a
a
little
did you have a
better
nice
years.
like weight room at least?
We did. We did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shared, but
Our weight room was probably the size of my hotel room, honestly, and it was shared for the whole university. So it was like we most of the time were lifting in the gym because it was too crowded in there. That was sick.
no, I mean, they have it better now than I did, but
Yeah.
I had it a lot better than you did. But I will say
Yeah.
they also, they were famous for, I never had to do it, but like it stopped shortly before I got there, was they would practice in the parking lot. because they got turf by the time I was there. But
Mhm.
before that, if it rained or whatever, my Coach Hill was like, fucking parking lot. So they'd be playing full blown in the parking lot and chasing, gappers in through the parking lot.
That just never ending.
No fences.
It just keeps going.
They're still going.
It's a 1,500-foot home run.
Yep. Everybody would talk about that. So yeah, there's some grinding going on there too. But
that's hilarious.
I'll give you that, Josh.
One thing I'm really jealous of is the Webster University mascot, the Gorlock. Can you name the 3 animals that comprise the Gorlock?
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, we got the horns of a buffalo, we got the face of a Saint Bernard dog, and the body of a cheetah.
Yep.
So those 3 animals. You wouldn't know it by looking at it that it was those 3 animals, but yeah, that's what they told us.
What was your impression of the Gorlock? Did you enjoy having him as your mascot?
Gorlock.
Honestly, so funny story. I was in high school, and we would play. So Webster's home stadium is an independent league stadium, Gateway Grizzlies, and that was Webster's home field. So we were kind of spoiled in that sense, where we had a nice turf field, everything like that. But in high school, my high school would play our rival high school at that field every year, and I remember being there. This was my senior year. This was going into my senior year, I guess junior year. I remember seeing this before Webster even recruited me. I remember seeing, Webster University, home of the Gorlocks, on in left field. It's on a wall, and I was like, I am never going to a school called the Gorlocks. What is that? There's no way that's real. And yeah, year later, I'm there. So pretty funny, but it's actually not that bad of a look. It's not that bad looking of a mascot. It's okay. The color scheme kind of makes it play up a little bit. Yeah.
It sounds like something out of South Park. It's like Man Bear Pig.
Yeah, dude. I mean, seriously, you got the Gorlock, you got Man Bear Pig. They're both the same. They're both the same.
I mean, I don't have anything better. The Salisbury University Seagulls we didn't really intimidate our opponents when it's like, oh, we got Sammy the Seagull is gonna viciously steal your French fries.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not that. It's better than, you're right. It's better than I thought it would be. But the Gorlock, what a name, Gorlock.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, quite the name.
Nice.
To be one of just 5 active MLB players, to have played in D3, how does that make you feel?
I mean, it's kind of an honor. It's really cool. And, I've had a lot of questions, ever since just even drafted, not even debuting, but it's guys kind of a similar background, what do I have to do to be like you and stuff? It's you don't have to be like me, just be you. You don't have to go D1 to get drafted or to go to the next level and play professional ball. You can go wherever you want, wherever is the best fit for you, and just be yourself and ball out really. And that's kind of how it ended up working for me. That I preach that all the time. It doesn't matter where you go. If you're good enough, you will be found. And, it's not all about the title of, oh, I'm D1. It's about where you're comfortable going and where you're going to play. Because there's tons of people I know that have gone D1 to say they've gone D1, but they just sit there and they don't play, So you just got to go somewhere where you're going to play, place that's a good fit for you.